huge shakeup at Microsoft and at Blizzard specifically, with 1,900 people in its gaming division, including Activision Blizzard, 3 months after closing the $69 billion deal, was being cut. He's laying them off. They're being cut. Restructuring, whatever you want to call it. This is big news. Once again, this is the Mad Salvi coming to you directly with this breaking news that I found out today. I'm a little bit late on it compared to others. Others have done it like way earlier, but I want to let you know what I think about this. Now, knowing that Blizzard's boss, Mike Ybarra, is out as well, and Adam, Chief Design Officer of the company's founder, and the company's founder is leaving the company. Odyssey, the survival game that has been development for 6+ years, is canceled. So what is happening? Why are they doing this? What is going on? I will let you know my opinion. What I think is happening is this is a big restructuring. $69 billion was just spent on this gaming division. So Microsoft does not want any legacy hires, I guess. I mean, it's not right. It's pure capitalism. It's pure unfettered capitalism, which I have a big problem with. If you know any of my other videos that I've done, I have a problem with unfettered capitalism like this. I mean, is there a reason to lay them off other than maybe you want to start making a profit as soon as possible? That's 1,900 people, though. That is a huge amount of people. There's one of two reasons why you would do that internally before this happened. Either there's a humongous amount of bloat and you looked at everything and you're like, there's 1,900 people that are pretty much, they're doing nothing. If that was the case, I'd be like, all right, that makes sense. But my guess, like I said before, and I'll repeat it again, correct me if I'm wrong, you can argue all you want down in the comments, love it. But what I think it is, $69 billion is spent, there's $69 billion in the red technically, so they need to start making money. For investors, as they are a publicly traded company, they have to legally do this. I don't like it because that's 1,900 people that are now out of a job, that are out of a pension. If they had it, they may get a severance or something like that, but they have to start looking for work now. And it's not the best work environment and work, the whole experience right now for them to actually be doing this. Like, it is going to be very hard for people to get jobs, not because they are not talented, but because there's less jobs available, especially with 1,900 people being laid off like that. It's a big chunk. It's not a humongous, like 500,000 or whatever, but it's people's livelihood. It's people's survival. And I'm hoping that they at least try to do something a little bit of humanity in them and maybe give them a severance. But knowing how unfettered capitalism works, I highly doubt it. But who knows? Blizzard's boss, Mike Ybarra, is out, like we said before. And that, I don't feel bad for Mike Ybarra. I don't feel bad for Adam. And even Odyssey, I don't feel bad that it's not going to be made. But 6+ years down the drain of money. Either they felt it wasn't going to make any money in the future, like not enough to cover the losses, or they just, because they're coming in with open eyes and, not having the sunken cost fallacy, which basically is you already put in this much time, the cost is already so high in your mind that it's like, I might as well just continue it and finish it. That might be what was happening with Blizzard and Odyssey. It might have just been like this was doomed to fail to begin with, but they already have so much money invested in it that they want to continue it. Again, my opinion. People at the impacted companies tell me that as of right now, they don't know who are losing their jobs. The Bloomberg story, of course, is going to be updated with Jason Schreier when he learns more. He's the one who's broke the whole story. So that's why I'm showing him and I'm showing his tweets. This is still huge. It's expected. Mergers have this. Whenever I've been in a company that has merged, like I was a part of DreamWorks Animation when it merged with, when it was bought by Universal, I got laid off. So I was doing my job and I was doing a good job and everything, but I got laid off. So that happens. And a bunch of people that I knew at the company got laid off. Because, like I said, a larger company, they spend the money to acquire a new company. They want to put their people, and they want to see if they can run it as a skeleton crew as much as they can. So this is really bad for people working there, of course. Microsoft's Matt Booty. Oh my God, that name. I'm sorry. I just said Matt Booty. Said in a note that Ybarra chose to leave his position as president of Blizzard, but in November at BlizzCon, Ybarra told me that he wanted to stay for the long haul. Someone will drag me out of Blizzard, Ybarra told me. That's how long I will be here. Until Microsoft offered him a golden parachute. I don't doubt that he switched like that. A lot of people, I mean, heck, I'll be honest with you. If I was in this position and I was given the golden parachute, I'd be like, you're paying me how much to leave? Well, okay. That's probably close to what I'll make if I stay. Well, screw it. I'm leaving. And then I can retire early, you know? If they give me like $20 million or whatever to leave, I'd be like, cool. The ship is yours. Here's the keys to the car. Here's the freaking oar to the boat. There you go. You get it. It's yours now. But yeah, I mean, money can change people. Money can definitely change people. That's what I got to say about that one. Now, with all this being said, people were complaining previously, like recently, as of 2 months ago, about World of Warcraft and the issues that were plaguing them. Some people may be thinking, I mean, it's not being said here, but some people are thinking that it might have been because they were going through the merger and they didn't want to spend any more money before they were bought because they wanted to maximize the amount of money they would get from the merger. Maybe. I don't know. Maybe Blizzard got lazy. Blizzard has been lazy for a long time, according to a lot of people that I've spoken to when it comes to World of Warcraft and things like that. They brought in new things, but not as much as the community would want. So I don't understand more than half of this because I'm not a Blizzard player. I'm not a World of Warcraft player. But I've heard this is big news of all this stuff, like all these things, all these issues that hopefully, here's the hope, Microsoft will resolve them because Microsoft wants to run an efficient ship. And while Microsoft itself in its gaming division has made a lot of mistakes, I don't think the $69 billion that they spent will allow them to make more mistakes. I think they're going to be pushed to make things better, make things more efficient, more streamlined, just to make them money, pretty much. They don't want to be in the red anymore. They want to be in the black. One person said, I honestly believe this season will be even more deflated than 52. Season 2. It's pretty easy to see how absurdly low participation is right now. It's self-reinforcing loop. Deflation. People don't queue because playing for goals is pointless. Even more deflation. That is very true. In games, that's a very bad cycle. That's a death loop for a game. That ends up becoming a death loop for a game where it just goes around and around and circling the drain until it's gone. Then, of course, someone else saying, see you boys, next expansion. I'm not going through this ban a Staler BS again. I played through Castle Nathria. I played through the Theotar, the Nathrius meta. I dealt with Astalor, OTK Druid. I'm done. I've served my time. Enjoy your time in the Sun Warrior and Druid mains. In the Sun Warrior and Druid mains. I'm gonna go outside, smell the roses, and cut myself off from this S while the team's 5 sits on their hands for the next 3 months. Have fun. So yeah, people are complaining about all their games having issues. Again, not another Vault. You can read this, late to the party. It's basically World of Warcraft Classic is having issues as well. There's complaints. There's just a lot of complaints. And Overwatch 2 went from kind of middle to now mostly negative and overwhelmingly negative because of the cash grabs that Blizzard did before they were acquired. And who knows what's going to happen afterwards. Maybe things are going to get better. Maybe Overwatch 2 might be one of those things that's also tossed to the side. At least support for it is tossed to the side. We will never really know until, it actually happens. Has received overwhelmingly negative reviews on Steam, becoming the lowest rated game ever and surpassing the previous record holder, War of the Three Kingdoms. Review bombers are expressing their dissatisfaction with Blizzard's decision to charge a full price for the original Overwatch and then replace it with a heavily monetized free-to-play experience in Overwatch 2. Yes, that was my issue. That's why I don't play Overwatch 2. I hate the whole heavily monetized loot box kind of experience. I don't like it. So I never played it. I played it for a bit, played it for a couple times, and I'm like, it's too grindy for me. I just didn't want it. And I didn't have a lot of people to play this arena shooter with, so, it's one of those things. Many negative reviews criticize Overwatch 2 monetization practices, battle pass model, scrap PvE content plans, reuse cosmetic items from the original game, all those types of things. We all know about that. Anybody who knows about Overwatch 2 knows about that. Microsoft is reportedly laying off the entire physical game department at Xbox as well. This is other big news. Huge shakeups in the whole company, it seems. The physical game department in Xbox is gone. So they are going full bore into Xbox Game Pass and digital media, which I don't like. I've already let it be known before in my other gaming type news. I am for physical preservation of games. I don't like that they're doing this. I absolutely hate that they're doing this. And in other news, of course, the Pokemon Company had a lot of complaints, a lot of Pokemon simps, and a lot of Pokemon people who are on their side were like, this is a copy, you should sue, blah, 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 AI, cheating, this and that. The Pokemon Company specifically said it's going to be taking a look, intend to investigate and take appropriate measures. Here's one thing that I believe. If they haven't taken measures yet, which they took immediate action with the palworld mod that brought Pokemon into the game, they took immediate action. I mean, it was only there for like a couple of hours, I think. And they haven't taken any action with palworld, it means they won't. I mean, I'll be honest with you. It means that they won't. They absolutely won't be taking it. So they said, we have received many inquiries regarding another company's game released in January 2024. I feel it's very much an ego trip for them to not name palworld. The thing has sold 8 million copies in 6 days. You should probably name it. It's been more successful than a lot of your games, to be honest with you, in this short time period. So you should probably name it. But you're probably feeling a little bit of an ego hit, so you're probably not doing it. This is just my opinion. We're not granted any permission to use of Pokemon intellectual property or assets in the game. We intend to investigate and take appropriate measures to address any acts that infringe on intellectual property rights related to Pokemon. We will continue to cherish and nurture every Pokemon in its world and work to bring the world together through Pokemon in its future. As I said in my palworld one, inspiration is not copying. Inspiration, they can take inspiration. They changed it enough where it is not Pokemon. Some of them made, okay, it's a penguin, so it's a penguin looking one. It's a bird, so it's going to look like a bird. It's a sheep, so it's going to look like a sheep. You know, you have those. People say that Pokemon copied Dragon Quest too. A lot of the animals, they say it's similar enough. Pokemon had this issue before. Why are they trying to, I think they're just, to be honest with you, I think they're just trying to quiet all the people who are making complaints to say, look, if you want to make a complaint, then send them the link to their statement, and then that's done. You know, it's done for them. Thank you so much for being here for the full time that you have been here. Whether it's been a couple of minutes or the full time, I appreciate you. Take a look down below for my socials, including my Twitch. I do Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 10 a.m. to whenever the heck I decide to stop streaming. I usually do that PST, Pacific Standard Time, of course. Also, look at your screen right now. You're going to be recommended some videos. Take a look at them. I'm pretty sure you're going to be finding them interesting. It's other stories that have popped up. I really appreciate you. This is the Mad Salvi. Take care of yourself. Be kind to yourself. Enjoy your day, evening, afternoon, whichever one it is, and I will see you all next time. Bye-bye!